There is a case where a young man, Tyree, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm assuming it's Tyre Nichols, was beat to death by Memphis cops. Lived in Memphis. And this happened months ago, but they're about to release the footage of what happened. So basically, these cops pulled this kid over and he ran. And when he ran, the police audio scanner says there was one black male running. They called to set up a perimeter. And then another message says he's fighting at this time. So here's what happened. The cops pull a kid over. He runs for whatever reason. So basically, he's evading police. He's resisting arrest. He's running from a police officer, obstructing justice, whatever charges you want to throw at this kid. He's committed a crime of what? Running from police. That's all. And they catch him and they beat him to death. And what I say this multiple times. I say they'll handcuff you, they'll kick you, they'll beat you, they'll hit you, they'll tase you, they'll shoot you. Look, this is literally what happened. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump said Nichols was tased, pepper sprayed, restrained, kicked, beat. He was defenseless the entire time. He was a human pinata for those officers. It was an unadulterated, unabashed, nonstop beating of this young boy for 3 minutes. That's what we saw in the video. Not only was it violent, it was savage. Cops beating a kid for literally the kid, even if you say what was his crime, his crime was running away from a cop. And once again, I always say they pull you over on a traffic stop, not because they want to give you a ticket for reckless driving, not because they want to give you a ticket for failure to signal, not because they want to give you a ticket for improper registration. They want to find something there. They want to find drugs. They want to find a gun. They want to find a warrant. They want to find an open container in your car. They want you to lose it so they want you to do something so they can beat you. They want you to do something so they can take you to jail. They're trying to get you into the system, or they're trying to punish you for something they think you're doing. So if they think you're a gang member, they say, well, you failed to signal when you change lanes back there. So that's why I'm pulling you over. Can I search your car? Because they're looking for guns because they think you're a gang member or they think you're a drug dealer. They pull you over. Well, I'm not kidding. A friend of mine got pulled over for swerving within their lane. This was what the cop told him. You were swerving within your lane. So the person was staying in their lane like they're supposed to, and he was swerving in his lane supposedly. Then of course the cop asked, "Can I search your car?" So it's always a pretense when they pull you over for any traffic stop. It's almost always a pretense for them to want to find something on you. Young black man in Memphis, they pull him over. He's 29 years old. They pull him over. He runs and they beat him to death. Now, This woman right here, of course, who's head of the people who beat him to death, who's head of the savages. This woman who is in supposedly, number one savage of all the savages, makes a statement because they're about to release this video footage of this kid getting beat to death. And if you remember, one of the biggest riots in Los Angeles history was caused by a release of a video where police were beating Rodney King. It caused massive uproar. And the thing with that beating of Rodney King is it wasn't just the beating of Rodney King, it was all of the years, the decades of the Los Angeles police coming into, Compton, South Central, wherever, and beating the hell out of everybody. I said for many times the cops' modus operandi back in the 50s, 60s, 70s was to beat the hell out of you. That's how they made sure you didn't commit another crime. They beat you with impunity. So after doing this for decades, when it was caught on film, and they and okay, so when they beat you, they would say, "Well, I didn't do it," or "He got what he deserved," or there was never any punishment for it. There was never any evidence that they did it. There was never. They always got away with it. And for one of the first times when they caught it on film, when you could have a handheld video camera of your own, and a guy caught Rodney King getting beat on film, people are like, yeah, that's it. That's what's been happening to us for decades. That's it. And that's one reason why it was such a big uproar. But regardless of that, this woman who's the head of all the savages, the police, what they call the Memphis police force, the Memphis police, um, police for the city of Memphis, savage, brutal, violent gang, savage, brutal, violent individuals. She's number one, right here, her. This is what she says when they're about to release a video, which she's seen, of cops savagely beating a 29-year-old kid who's underweight, by the way. The kid has Crohn's disease. He's 6'3" and weighs like 145. Let me see if I can find that here. I can't find the exact thing, but he's got Crohn's disease, and he's like 6'3", here, 6'3", 100 and 145 pounds because he's got Crohn's disease. So they're about to release a video of multiple cops savagely beating an underweight young 29-year-old kid, man, whatever you want to call him. They're about to release this video, and she's seen it. She knows how bad it is. She knows it don't look good. It's horrible. So here's what she says to you. This is what she's saying to you, the people that they savagely beat at any point in time they want to. The people that will pull you over on a pretense, on a lie. They will lie about pulling you over. They will lie about what they did to you. They will beat you. They will tase you. They will pepper spray you. They will shoot you. They will kill you. They will take your car. These people are telling you now, I expect, quote unquote, I expect our citizens to exercise their First Amendment right to protest and demand action and results. But we need to ensure our community is safe in the process. None of this is a calling card for inciting violence or destruction on our community or against our citizens. So she's saying, look, me and my people, we can beat you, we can hit you, we can tase you, we can kill you, we can arrest you, we can take away your freedom, we can stop you from any activity we want to, we can do whatever we want to you. But you, here's what you can do. You can talk. You have a First Amendment right to talk. That's what you can do. You can talk. Now, whatever you do, don't do anything but talk, because then what's going to happen? We don't do any violence, because then what's going to happen? If the community were violent, what would happen? The savages, the cops, the gang would be more violent. So it would bring around more violence. And notice how she says, none of this is a calling card for inciting violence or destruction on our community. Our community, meaning who? Our community, not the people's community. Not, she's not saying, in the people, like we're all in it this together community. She's saying the community I own, our community, me and my buddies, me and all my other people wearing Voyageur. This is Voyageur. Voyageur is any line, dot, or color made by man. Stars are lines, colors, dots, patterns. This is all Voyageur, what she's wearing. She's representing herself as something using Voyageur. And then she's telling you, oh yeah, you can go out and speak. You can say something. Oh, and by the way, there's free speech zones. So yeah, you can go out and say whatever you want, but you can only do it right here in this free speech zone. That's it. So there's a free over here. No, no, no. Here, yeah, you can have your free speech in this zone. Don't go out of this free speech zone. And you're going to protest to what? Demand action and results from who? So here's a police force that's historically beat you, historically arrested you, historically has held you hostage in your own community to act exactly the way they want you to act. And you're going to ask them, hey, by the way, can you guys stop doing that? Hey, when you come in our community and arrest us for all this, bull, and you pull us over on a pretense and then beat us to death, can you not do that? What do you think? What do you think they're going to do? What do you think the people that you're asking to stop doing that are going to do? You think they're going to stop? You think this woman cares one bit about what you say? You think this woman or her constituents care one iota, one little bit about what you or me or anybody in the community says? No, they do not. They do not care. The only reason she's talking to you is because she's trying to tell you, don't destroy a whole bunch of stuff. Don't get violent. When you see this video of us getting violent, see what we're doing. We're beating you. We're pepper spraying this kid. We're beating this kid. We're killing this kid. Basically, we killed this kid. When you watch that video, you guys just relax. Don't no, just go out there and talk. That's what you get to do. You can go out and talk. Now, us, if you do anything crazy, we can beat you. We can incite violence against you. And why? Why is that? It's not from authority. It's not from a standpoint of righteousness. It's not from a standpoint of lawfulness. It's not from a standpoint of any of this stuff they're telling you that it's from. It's because these people are a cult of violent individuals that have been around for tens of thousands of years. There is a cult of violent individuals that rule this world with violence. And you're seeing one right here. One of their calling cards is Voiju. Any line, dot, or color made by man. That's one of their calling cards. Symbols. You call them symbols. That's one of their calling cards, the symbols. This is a symbol of a star, a 5-pointed star. So it's not a traffic stop. It's not a lawful traffic stop. It's not a law. It's not being correct. It's not being moral. It's not being righteous. It's being violent towards you, towards me, towards everybody but themselves. That's why I call it a cult, because when you're within the cult, you're cool. You're protected. Who's going to hurt her? Nobody. Nobody. She's got an army of cops that will stop you from getting to her. You'll never see this woman. If you live in Memphis, you will never see this woman. You will never talk to this woman. You will never have an interaction with this woman, ever, if you're a normal person. She's so far hidden behind closed doors. You're never going to get near this woman, ever, to do anything. And if you tried, you would absolutely get crushed, because these are the most violent individuals on the planet. So what you're seeing here is you're seeing, this is his family, obviously very distraught. This is his lawyer. What you're seeing here is a violent individual who rules over you with violence, telling you after they kill somebody to just relax, just calm down. Violence is not the answer.